to Compassionate Healthcare Providers Educational Series.
When I tell you that my doctor has even been surprised by results and didn't know what I was taking the Apple, what is it? Apple
Phenon.
Apple Phenon. Okay, then
Yes.
want to make sure I say it correctly. The Apple Phenon.
You got it.
Within the first 8 weeks, I lost between 12 and 15 pounds. I had gone into the doctor and discovered that I had an elevated A1C. This was a direct result of me going through COVID-19 when it first came out and being a long hauler. It had done some damage to not only my immune system, but my ability to process insulin through my my pancreas. And so we couldn't figure out, I wasn't quite diabetic, but I was at a place where I could not lose any weight. It was unheard of. I mean, I just couldn't, no matter what I did. I had done the keto. I had been intermediate fasting, and I had never, ever in my life had an issue with weight. And when I tell you this product changed everything, not only just the weight, but I was able to begin back exercising. I was not tired anymore. So what my husband and I did is we said, okay, if this is working, let's go for the vitamin D. He is a supplement person, so he'd always use supplements. There's nothing like the vitamin D that he and I are now taking. And we said, okay, it's time to convert our life. And we are also just so pleased with the ethics of this company. Atomy encompasses everything that we believe in. It's integrity. It's caring about people's health, because we have been on the other end of doctors wanting to treat things. But Atomy stands by their product and it works. And we've shared so much with others that we're just absolutely excited. But I'm going to tell you something else. My powerhouse, and it was just delivered today, my most recent package, is my noni juice. My noni juice helps keep us daily. So when I tell you, I have been sharing this. I am a board certified licensed esthetician as well. And I do health and wellness with my customers or my clients. And I tell them, it's not just about the skin, but you need to take care of your whole body. I am promoting these products because it has changed our own lives, and they know how I am about integrity. So if it's working for us, we're definitely going to share it. So thank you all for everything. And we are very grateful for finding this company.
Thank you very, very much. Okay, for sharing on this evening. That was powerful. Well, I tell you, we had two powerful. And I hope y'all still taking notes. I tell you, we learned from these testimonies. That's how a lot of times we come up with these health packages and these protocols. We learn. We want that which is worth. Even our doctors, they learn. A lot of these things make their eyes, rise up. Isn't that right, Dr. Joy?
That is correct, Pastor. Yes. So we're over here in the Oval Office right now. And I'm getting excited just listening to these wonderful testimonies. And seeing how can we reach more people by making it easy to do one thing, help them to analyze why may they need Atomy, and some of these products. Because sometimes we could get, a little thinking that we wouldn't know what a person would need, you know, like, what is, so I kind of tend to start with, what would you like to change about your health? But the main thing when disease has started into these bodies, any kind of discomfort, and you've gotten that prescription written to you, then we know the first opening cause of disease is usually, it all starts in that gut. And so then if we could start cleaning the body, starting with that gut. So it's not like you need to think, second guess yourself as to how you could really help a person. And so then I was getting really kind of sunstruck over the fact of, estheticians, they get caught up on the skin because your skin is like your largest organ, but we don't tend to keep it clean. And usually we haven't been using soap that would unplug all those pores. And so then if we could get to that right skin cleansing products. So we've got all those facial, but we got body cleansers too. And now we can detox these bodies, keep the toxins going out through the colon, through the skin, through the kidneys. Oh my goodness. And you couldn't help but feel better. So we just want you to know then the first thing you've got to look at is detoxing through those areas. And that's what makes Atomy so attractive, because we've got both of those areas covered. And then you start looking further, right? So we want to see if anybody have questions, whether they've questioned themselves about some of the protocols. Because if you get out there jammed up one day and thought that, oh my, this person needs a protocol, but there's not a protocol with that particular disease on it, that name on it. And you may have to start writing a protocol for them. So, the first thing you do is do the detoxing and cleansing part. Okay. Then you've got to move around to how do you stay cleansing and detoxing. So let's just name some of those products. Okay. So the first thing you want to do every morning from like the time you get up till noon, the body is wanting to detox. So what are some of our products? Probiotics. That's what you could do first thing. But even before that, just get them to drink water. But probiotics, stomach health, okay, psyllium husk. Oh yeah, those are some wonderful ones. And just so you can stay detoxing kind of all over in that area, you want to help your kidneys, bladder out. They even have a women probiotics for, down there and the bladder, And so we don't forget that one. And so, so now that we starting to use those, and let me tell you, just in case you wouldn't have one of those on you, but there's likely you would have this other one right there available. It's that vitamin C, 2,000 milligrams. It will never fail you. You could ask them to take 2,000, 1 pack, 2 packs, 3 packs, 4 packs a day, even for some of the most constipated people we know. Usually 2,000, that's 8,000 a day, which is still only halfway up the scale to where our tolerance level is. So don't be afraid to take, suggest that they're taking these if they want to start opening up and detoxing and getting all the poison and toxins out of the body, working with the timeline. See, because I always ask this question, what time of day do you start pooping? You want to be a morning pooper. And that's what's important. So you got to get up and start preparing your body to empty out waste. Okay. So, I want you to start thinking, because we're going to have a little time for asking right after we finish here. But, so then you got to think, if the body's immune system was topped off and your circulation was great, you probably wouldn't be sick here again. So, and you got, I always think I've been teaching at this natural hair school, and you got these receptor sites on your scalp, and they've got to be in good working order. It's all about that immune system, and some of the better things to help your immune system stay strong is in that D3. Oh, wow. And with hair, you got to keep the stress off of you, that B complex. And so that D3 is loaded with all those wonderful mushrooms. And then our big one is the hemo hem. Wow. So hemo hem, D3, B complex. Because you ask the average person, are you stressed about anything? Yeah, they stress. Well, okay. B3, vitamin C. So you can write a protocol yourself. And if they're eating 3 meals a day, they should be pooping 3 times. If they're not, oh no, they've got to have something to help cleanse that colon. And the first easiest thing you could get to right here in the US market mall is that 2000 vitamin C. Immediately you're going to think that something changed about your whole body with that vitamin C. And you got to take the relief off your stress with the B complex. So we're just trying to help you. And then here's a couple of more you just help you with your detoxing. Cleanse that liver. Oh, with that milk thistle. Oh, that's a wonderful thing. It's like doing a overall house cleaning, spring cleaning with the milk thistle. You're getting these points for every one of these products. How do you know you've done a good job if you've kind of brought in about 4 or 5 products and your points on that order is about 200? You should be proud of yourself, because likely you've addressed what happens throughout the whole thing. If they say I have a lot of gas, a lot of bloating, you might pick up fine zymes. What is fine zyme? When you have bloating, you eat and you feel like you got acid reflux. Oh yeah, the fine zyme help you digest your food. And because you are what you eat, that you digest it. If you didn't digest the food, it was worthless. That's why we quit eating iceberg head, regular lettuce, and we slowed way down on spinach, because it slowed the digestion down as well. So we never put meat and bread together. Starches and protein do not go in the stomach together, and we shouldn't drink to dilute your digestive enzyme. You give them a couple of little hints, and then they just believe you. They know that you really care, than just what? Selling them some products. And the products are going to work better if they didn't do those little things like make a meat bread sandwich and then they still stay bloated and constipated. Put your meat on your salad, okay? And leave the bread alone, because we all trying to find these skinny waistline. And that's why we get the apple fanon. And I love that purity, because it kills and wipes out your appetite. So you put all of these things in your mind and you think about them all the time. You could write a protocol anytime and stack up those points. Ideally, you would want them to have 300,000 points so they immediately could be active. Mm-hmm. And then, you could ask them then, hey, do you have a friend that you want to be healthy too? And the next thing, hey, what about a second friend? And the next thing you know, they're getting monies dropped into their bank account. And they said, oh, this feels good. You have a reason to call them up. You're going to have plenty of reasons to call them up as well, just to make sure they're taking their supplements properly that you've helped them to get. And it is quite amazing just to watch all of this go down. Cholesterol, we hear that all the time. When I hear people on statin drugs, I get nervous. I start shaking. So we got to get off the statin in a hurry. And so that's why you would clean the liver, with that milk thistle. That's why we're using the stomach tea. But that's why we would use advanced omega. Okay. That's why we would use that ginkgo nata. It's cleansing all those heavy metals that we put in our bodies. And but just think now, heavy metals, they are in there suppressing your immune system. And where else could we find heavy metals? In our toothpaste. Heavy metals suppress your immune system. They are found in your toothpaste, in your antiperspirant, or they are found in the baking powder that you were baked your goods with. Oh no, we stopped eating breads because of that. We didn't want dementia and have to take the memory up because we are seeing that our memory is going. So ginkgo is for the brain, but ginkgo nata is for the brain, but yet it cleans heavy metals out and plaque along in those arteries too, to open them up so we can have great blood flow on the scalp to grow the hair. Now, I've done a lot of little talking. I thought I would mix it up because you're looking at that person, you see they're wearing glasses, they need some eye lutein. Oh my goodness. And so you could just throw some questions out there at them and they say, yeah, like, how did you know? And so let's take a few moments and think about yourself or someone love or care about, and just see in your mind's eye, what could you write for a protocol, like no need for hypertension, uh, the glucose care for diabetes. Oh, okay. And they're in pain, and that would be the tumescent. You got all of this just fresh on your mind. And see, that tumescent is the whites and the browns. Wait a minute, what is the brown? The brown is the turmeric. We all know about that turmeric and inflammation, but we may not all have known about what is it? It is the white one is what comes out of onions. It's the, what is it, Dr. Pastor Stroger? It's the, oh my goodness. It's what we need to keep our joints healthy, okay? And so, but that's
It support healthy cartilage.
yes. And so, and you know what?
The MSM.
MSM, which is sulfur and the MSM. You see what we're saying? And so you can get sulfur and the MSM from onions. That's why we eat a lot of onions, okay? And so did you catch me? You should say, hey, look, where's your ginkgo? And you could just catch people. Oh, you need some ginkgo. Oh, wow. You see what I'm saying? And if people have to have their deodorant, what deodorant are you using? So deodorant shouldn't have the heavy metal in it, but antiperspirant have the heavy metals in it. And so we do know you wouldn't want people using Colgate or Crest. I'm sorry to name those, but here we go. They have heavy metals, but that also shuts your immune system down for 12 hours. So we need our immune system so we can stay disease away from us with a strong immune system operating 24 hours a day. And
Well,
so,
excuse me, Dr. Joy.
uh-huh,
It's almost a quarter till, and we know
okay,
that you got to leave around 8. So we need to open it up right now for a few questions. It's
okay,
our Ask the Doctor part. So you may raise your hand, and we will recognize your hand and call upon you, and then you can unmute your mic if you have any question. Just raise your hand, hit the little hand raise thing where it says, "Oh, okay, there we go." Okay, Maria. All right, you can unmute your mic, please.
Is this me, Maria Rodriguez, or is another Maria?
Yes, you. That's the one, Maria. Maria,
Okay.
you're the one.
Uh, all right. I new to Atomy.
Mhm.
I was invited by a friend, and I trying a product that I got yesterday, the hemohin, but I have an allergic reaction to it. So I'm wondering if I took only one of those envelopes, the whole entire packet, and nothing happened yesterday until this morning when I got up. I have like a chicken pox on most of my body and on underarms. So I'm wondering if that could be
this
that
is
I
what,
took a lot, or I'm not sure.
well, so first question is, it modulates your balance your immune system, things in your body. And so it's going to start to want to push toxins and poison out of your body. So then my first question likely to you, are you a good water drinker?
Oh
How
yes,
much,
I do drink. I mean, I will not say extra a lot, but
how much,
usually
how much are you drinking a day?
like eight cups,
Okay.
more or less.
8 times 8 is 64. And how big are you? So that's 64 ounces. How much do you weigh? That's a better question.
Okay, I will say I'm not sure right now, but probably 145 pounds.
Okay, 145. Half of that is about 75. I'm thinking, okay, 50 and 60, 70, 75. We're going to say 75 ounces. Sounds 8 ounces times 8 bottles, or, 8 is 64. We would say drink a little extra. Now drink at least a couple of extra glasses of water. Now, here's the next thing. How is your bowel movement? Are you sending waste out, or are you holding on to it? Are you how
No,
many
no, on that I have no issues. Like I hear a few minutes ago, every time that you eat, you have to go, right? So
Yes, you
that
do
I
just that.
do that.
And
I have no
so
problem with it.
does it have an odor to it? I know that's really probably the real
Mm,
there.
Honestly, when I go, no, because usually it happens if I eat meat. But if I don't eat meat, it's not any odor on
Okay.
it.
So I'm gonna say, when this product balances your body, are you on any medications right now? Any prescriptions?
I do, yes, only one.
Okay. So now we didn't have to ask you which one on this call, but you shouldn't be on any. You got me?
Yes, I
So
know.
yeah. So I'm gonna say there is a little dysfunction now, and I'm gonna put it on your food. And that is, if you're eating wheat, are you eating any wheat in your body that could be clogging up your detoxification systems? Are you eating much wheat? And it's not a much or a lot or any of that. If you're eating it, period, I would step away from wheat and eat for your blood type. Drink a little extra water. See, just because you had the rash, it means you've got waste toxins that want to come out. You wouldn't you wouldn't be on a prescription if your body was totally clean.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we need to clean the diet according to your blood type. I've seen that happen over and over. So you may want to, I would say it was trying to send stuff out. And please don't be one of these persons that go take a bath and then turn around and plug up all your pores by putting lotion everywhere. Keep those pores open. And the wonderful thing about Atomy is that it's got, that herbal body shampoo. The body shampoo is opening those pores up so all the toxins can just flow out.
Okay.
That's what, get to that piece. We sweat every day, but do we properly wash that off the skin and keep the skin pores open? Okay. So which you look at that and then come back around to us. But I wouldn't stop. See, we have healing crisis most times when we start into the healing process. We have a healing crisis. We get worse before we get better. There's nothing in there that could harm you, but definitely because you're on a prescription, definitely you have some toxins in there that could come out. And how are they going to come out? Through your skin, through your lungs, through your colon, through your urine. That's how they're going to come out. So we need to get them out of there. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So get them
All
soaked.
right. Next question.
Mm-hmm.
Raise your
Thank you.
hand.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you're welcome. Definitely. You can raise your hand. Who has another question? You can unmute your mic. If you don't know how to raise it, if you can't raise your
Hi,
hand,
yes, I
yes,
raised my
thank you.
hand.
Okay, great.
Okay, I am a stay-at-home mom. My baby just turned 7 months, and since he's been born, I've been exclusively breast pumping. But I've come to find that every day, no matter how much sleep I get, I am always tired, like always tired. I could take naps. I can probably get a good night's rest, or supposedly, but like every day I'm always tired. So I wanted to know what products help best with energy.
Okay. So I'm going to go to the B complex. I'm going to go to the spirulina. Write these down and get them. And you're going to see, I think the spirulina said take 6. And so because you're feeding 2 people, take 6 twice per day and take you at least, I'm going to say 3 of the B complex. Okay. And up to 4. You can take 2 Bs in the morning, 2 mid-afternoon. And
Okay.
so the B complex is going to give you the energy you need. Okay.
Okay,
And
perfect.
yeah, so
You said take six spirulina
yes. And
total,
then
so like 3 in the morning and 3 in the evening, or 2 for morning, lunch, and dinner, or something like that.
now personally, I would take 6 spirulinas for myself and 6 for my baby.
Oh,
That's how you take
so
spirulina.
12.
Yes.
Okay.
Because
All right.
what I'm hearing is whatever food you're eating, it's
Yeah.
not doing it. Now, do you eat all organic?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay, now look, listen to there's so many chemicals on the food. There's
Yeah.
so many chemicals in the soil they grow the food. And then you're bringing that into your body, making the milk and feeding the chemicals to the baby. It's
Right.
I don't think so. Okay. But so when we look at superfoods, okay,
Mhm.
and you want to think about what are the foods that have the most dense nutrients, and definitely it would be the spirulina, of all the foods. It's a food for us. Okay. Then we need all these other things too now. Like we definitely need C, We need the B complex. Okay. The B complex have lots of greens in it too. Okay.
Okay.
And then, hey, we may as well pick up. C has all those vegetables. Oh, the C is awesome. Okay. And then the
Yes.
iron. You got to have the iron because it's going to oxygenate up your body. And
Right.
so grab the iron and do you like 2 packs of that a day.
Mhm.
And just kind of thinking here. The hemohim gives you energy. How many hemohim do you do a day? Do you do
I
hemohim?
have not yet. I don't have the hemoheme yet.
Yeah, you got it. Look, when you take the hemohim, it seems like somebody
I
put you on a
have
rocket.
the
Which one?
I have the mega vitamin C. I have the
Yep.
spirulina.
Yes. So
And
you
I
have to
have,
take enough
yeah.
spirulina. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
So get your box of hemohim
Mhm.
and then increase your spirulina. Okay. And I
Yes.
would just to keep, so let me tell you, there's one product we sell just in case there's any little issues, any dots didn't get dotted or your T's didn't get crossed with the baby, any little deformity, but the brain, we need the brain, period. It's that omega-3. Please take that. It'll just
Yeah.
clean up
I have that
anything.
too.
And so, like,
Yeah.
take you at least 6 of those a day. Your hair will get gorgeous while you're breastfeeding the baby, but it's
Okay.
brain nerve food. And so grab that
Right.
one. Okay. So you got your list, your omega, the
Yes.
voice, you've
I
got
got
it.
that.
Thank you.
Mhm.
All right.
Thank
And
you.
drink
Carol
more
Spain.
water. Drink more water.
Right.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Carol
Not
Spain raised her
it's a
hand.
day is the sweet spot.
Hey,
Hello,
I
Carol.
have a question. I'm at an event, so I can't really talk, but I have a lady who I met yesterday.
Mhm.
She drinks 3 to 4 bottles of wine a day. A day. And
So,
she has serious diabetes. And she has high blood pressure, cholesterol, arthritis. And she was asking me, she heard me talk yesterday, and she was asking me what does she need to take because her diabetes is so out of whack. And she just want to get her health back. And I told her she got to start with that wine. Drinking 3 to 4 bottles a day is a lot.
okay.
So,
So look,
and she work every day. She worked 2 jobs.
oh, she works 2 jobs.
Hmm.
So she's got to clean that liver out because the liver's almost got her on the crave for it. So
Hmm.
taking that milk thistle to the tune of doubling up on the milk thistle, if
Okay.
not tripling up on it. Okay.
Okay.
And so and so her A1C is how high? Did you ask her what her A1C was?
I did ask her, and she said it was like 15 plus.
Oh, yes. So she got the first disease, which was not pooping for every meal she eat. You see what I'm saying? She might
Hmm.
even parasites. Likely she does. You see, and the parasites eat up some of her stuff. But see, the sugar will destroy her liver eventually. Okay. So we've got to get that A1C down, and we're going to do that with the glucose care. And always just ask them about their blood type just in case. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because, if they just stop the wheat, oh my goodness. And because the wheat, anything that wheat is made out of is going to drive that A1C up in most cases. So
Okay.
you got to get them some food, that spirulina, okay, advanced omega, yes, okay, the omega and the milk thistle, advanced omega, the spirulina, get some real food in there. And so and the B complex and the vitamin C and the calcium. You see, when you put enough food in there to calm them down, because they just trying to get calmed down. She's drinking that much wine. Her stress level is high, 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 high. So she needs plenty of calcium, like at least 6 of those in a day. And then she needs at least 4 of that B complex. See, and so she just and that vitamin C kills the parasites that are probably causing her to have the craving. And so those are some places to start,
Okay.
feeding the nervous system and cleaning the colon and that glucose care with the stomach health is pushing so we can get a clean digestive system and packing in with the spirit. She wouldn't want all the things. Her brain will kick in or think different. But how overweight was she, or was she skinny? And then
she is 67 years old.
And how skinny?
She's I'm gonna say I'm gonna say maybe 180 or less.
Okay, and so she's taking in all that sugar. She would gain the weight, and so where the glucose care say take 2, she needs to be on. She needs to, if she could clean her colon with the stomach health and maybe the psyllium husk to move everything out, then she could, she could absorb her nutrients. Was she constipated?
I'm trying to remember if she told me she was or not. I'm not sure.
Well,
But I will talk to her about that tomorrow.
yes, that's where you want to start too, but likely not because of 5, 6 bottles of wine. But she doesn't know that each of those 70 trillion cells need nutrition, not alcohol. And you got to talk that love talk to herself. And don't forget calcium, D3, B complex, one of the main ones, spirulina, stomach health, and the milk thistle. Those are the main ones to get her cleaned up. And the glucose care. And drinking water in the morning times and taking plenty of the B complex and the spirulina. That's what's going to bring her down. And the calcium. See, the calcium bring your nerves, feed them. So you don't get stressed. She's probably, if you notice, she's got one of those type A parts, those her color on the personality chart is a red. She's got short fuse or short patience. So thank you. But just check her out tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you,
very
Dr.
much.
Joy.
Okay.
And I do want to say is that we have another one of our honoree that we honored earlier. I don't think that Dr. Walita was on at that time, but Dr. Walita, we showed our little video on this evening to honor those that was Sales Master and Diamond Master. And just want you to know, hey, we love you and we honor you and others on this evening. So we really do appreciate it. You, Dr. Walitha. Before we leave, is there a few things, anything you would like to say on this evening? Okay. Yep, you good. We hear you.
All I can say is this: you've heard enough tonight to let you know this is something that could be important to your life and the life of your family and your friends. It's something that you will be able to share. So just take to heart what you've heard, because these testimonies and these stories, they're not rehearsed. They're not scripted. These are all coming from the heart. And that's where all good things come from. So take it from our heart to your heart. And let's don't be a dead end. Whatever we fine. Let's pass it on. Let's pass it on. So
Okay.
that's my
Thank
word.
you. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, everyone. It's about 9:03 and we're gonna get rid of Dr. Ivory. Did- Dr. Ivory? Another one out honorable. Did you have a question? Did you want to say
I
something?
just wanted to know if Dr. Letha or Dr. Joy could address. A lot of times I'm asked, why do I want to take 2 and 3 times the dosage of what's recommended on the bottle? And just from that cellular level, if one of our more mature holistic doctors can just explain, when the body's deficient, why.
Am I still open? I can't tell.
Yes, you're still open.
Okay. All right. So the answer to that is this. When you look on the bottle, you see the word serving. Serving. Remember, these are health foods. It's not a dose. These are health foods. So you may need more than one serving if you have issues. That serving size is generally geared to maintain perfect health. That serving size is generally for a person, let's say an 18-year-old in perfect health to maintain. So however much you deviate from that standard, you're older than 18, have issues, you're gonna need more. You're gonna need more, especially in the beginning. Then you may go on to a maintenance mode. But when you have issues and you are trying to turn it around, you have to be aggressive. So that's the answer. Is more than one serving is needed.
Thank you. Mhm.
Okay, thank you. And with that, I'm gonna say good night, John Boy. Appreciate everybody coming out on this evening. And good night. Good night, Mary. Good night,
Good night,
Bridget.
good night,
Good
good
night,
night.
Good
Good
night,
Shirley.
night,
thank you.
Joy.
Good
Good
night.
night,
Good
Beverly.
night. Good night,
Good
everybody.
night,